Hey guys, YipperX5 here. I'm bringing you a little video. I want to talk about some different types of gear in the game because I've had a few people tell me that I should make more videos, and you know what? I'm going to make some more videos. I just want to talk about some of these items that I found. Um, so I'm just going to start off with this. If you guys just recently started, then you're all familiar with something called the Ion P shooter. Well, you're probably more familiar with the Ion Cannon, but the Ion P shooter is what I'm familiar with because that was the main item when I started. Okay, so let's jump right into this. Now, as you can see, I have four different versions of the Ion P shooter. I have the original version, which does 30 damage, 40 DPS, has a range of 320, and a recoil of 0.75. Doesn't use a lot of electricity. Most people should be able to fire this relatively easy. Then you've got the Ion P shooter Plus. Now, this is kind of funny, because this one actually does, as you can see, I'm going to go over here. We've got the original, and we've got the Plus. Check it out. The Plus does 1 more damage per shot, but it does 5.92 more DPS. And it has better damage per electric. It has 35 more range, and it fires faster, as you can see right here. So, you know, and it uses the same elect. No, it uses one less elect. My bad. I'm sorry. So all in all, I mean, it's a significantly better weapon. Uh, I believe it's supposed to be by approximately 10% is what the pluses are, but here's the major difference. This one costs 2,000 credits. This one costs 28,000 credits. So a big price difference, as you can see. But it's you know, this one's 7 size. This one's a little bit bigger. It weighs about 1,000 more, which isn't really that significant. And you know, I mean, like it's an all in all. I mean, I would see that as a worthy upgrade because you know you gotta fight for every little bit you can get. Okay, so let's compare the normal to the next version, the micro. So we have our micro. We have our micro. Damn you. I guess it won't do it again. That's really weird. Anyway, so we got our regular one right here. Okay, 30. And then I'm going to take our micro right here. Our micro actually does close to the same damage per second as the plus. It does 3 more damage than the plus version, and it has a lot less range, as you can see. The plus version has 355 range, the micro only has 200 range. The micro has the same recoil as the normal one, and uses more electricity actually. Wow, that's crazy. I didn't know it did that. It has the same damage per energy, so you know it's kind of this is like a cheaper alternative because this one only costs 4,000. So we've got 2,000, we've got 4,000, and now we have and then we have the 28,000. So you know, okay. So what's next? Let's look at the size on this one. This one's size 4, size 7. Damn it. Size 9. So, you know, I mean, they're all different sizes. This is by far the smallest one. And I think it adds a different viz. Yeah. This one has 317 viz for 2 seconds, while the other one only adds... Now, viz is visibility. It makes your ship brighter whenever you fire a weapon. I should have told you guys that. But anyway, you know, so it's a little bit different. Let's go ahead and check this one out. This one is by far the strongest of the whole lot. This one has the same range as the normal. The normal has 320 range. The oversize has 320 range. It has the same recoil as the other one. It has a little bit worse damage per elec, but it has a lot more damage per second. It actually does 45 damage per shot compared to the 30, the 31, the 34. You know, this one's by far the strongest. It also uses more electricity because all of these use 40. This one uses 51. This one uses 75. And it adds 322 visibility. So you can see, you know, going and finding these different weapons will make your job a little bit different depending on what you want. Also, don't forget it's also 20 more size and a lot heavier. And the cool thing about this weapon is this one's only 6,000 credits. Now, where can you find all these beautiful weapons? Well, this one right here, if I'm not mistaken, you can only get it from either, I don't know if it's on the loot tables for the lower level bosses, but it might be. You can either get it from a drop from an AI, or if you're a pay-to-play, you can go to a galaxy called Free Market, and you will dock at a base called Von Mises. And I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing that correctly. I don't know what ethnicity or ethnical background that particular phrase has or word, but I think it's supposed to be French. Um, but free market is where you go get the plus gear. It's the gear that's really expensive and it's 10% better approximately in most cases. It's just 10 times the cost normally or more. Now, that's available to pay to plays. Now, these you can find in any AI base that sells regular standard gear, just regular gears. That's it. Micro gear, you have to go to a galaxy called Micron. Now, Micron's kind of funny because everything there is really small. It's kind of, I don't know, it's funny. That's also where you go get your engine skills, the, you know, thing that lets your ship go zoom, zoom, like this. You can only get those, or you can get that in Micron, and then you can get your engine skill to level 20 from 19. Well, yeah, I think you have to be at level 19 to be able to do the missions. But yeah, that's where Micron is. And this stuff comes from Gargan. It's Gargan. Yes. And that's where you go get the oversized gear. There's also missions there where you can get gigantic gear. And gigantic gear is a little bit better. I don't actually have a gigantic ion pea shooter because I didn't think to go make one. And I don't think I have exactly what I need right this second because this is kind of a lower tech item. You know, most people don't want to see that. But I guess later on I could make one and show you guys, or you guys can go see it for yourself. But, you know, I don't even have to make it because there's something even better than what I can do. So I'm going to pull up a web browser. Okay. I'm going to go to starsonata.com as soon as my computer quits freezing. Dun, 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 dun. Space Action MMO. Oh yeah, there's a universal reset happening on the 15th. Wait, that was announced on the 15th. I actually don't know when it's supposed to happen. Anyway, so you go up here to the Community tab. You go down to the third option. This is called Wiki. This is invaluable when it comes to finding information out on items and whatnot. So let's look over here. Weapons. Let's go ahead and Control F. We're going to go to gigantic. Look, there it is. Gigantic ion pea shooter. 55 damage. Or no, 55 size, my bad. 77 damage. Wow, that's a lot of damage per shot. Has a range of 320. Recoil of that. Uses 160 elect. They don't have the visibility on it. Oh, 41,000 size. Holy cow. DPS is 102. You get it from the Gargan missions. Pathetic Space Blaster. Now, I wanted to talk to you guys about something, mainly about the Wikipedia. Now, the Star Sonata Wiki is completely player run, okay? So, chances are, some of these items are not up to date. Like, let's look at this. You know, ion pea shooter, 30 damage, 40 DPS. Let's see if we can find that on the wiki. There's the regular ion pea shooter, 30 damage, 40. Is that right? No, it's incorrect. This is perfect. I get to update it because this does 40 DPS and 0.66 DPE. So let's see if that's right. Yep, the DPE and the damage, the actual damage per shot. Well, I think, hold on. Let me verify this 100% to be sure. I might be looking at the wrong thing. The electricity is 45. No, actually, it's all right. The DPE is incorrect, though. And that's okay. So see how this says 0.67? Well, in reality, it's 0.660. So we're going to go ahead and update that a little bit and show you guys how to edit it. I'm actually glad I found something. So we're going to go to Edit, click on this. It might take a second to load. Okay, we're going to go Control V, undo that, Control F. We're going to look up ion. Okay, so we want the regular ion pea shooter. So let's go down. Ion pea shooter, here we go. Ion pea shooter. So we found it. We're going to take this, we're going to backspace it. We're going to put 6, 0. And that's it. Now, I'm going to type in what we did. So we're going to tell them what we did. It's a summary of it. Energy weapons, ion pea shooter, DPE update. Now, what we're going to do is, this is a minor edit. We want to say that. And then we're going to save. And then what that's going to do is that's going to update it so that it displays properly. Because before it was displaying 0.67 DPE. Now it's going to display 0.660 DPE. Now I know that really doesn't matter to a lot of people. They're thinking, oh, that's just like a whatever. But, you know, updating the wiki and making sure that it's completely accurate is the most important part. Now, the saving of it actually does take a minute. I don't know why. I think it's got to bounce between servers or whatnot. So it kind of takes its sweet time. So while it does that, we're going to go ahead and talk about the next thing that I wanted to bring you guys up to. So how do you make your gear even better now that you found the item that you want? Well, there is actually a level that you can take it to. Now, if you'll notice, a couple of my items have this little asterisk next to their name, like my Space Troll Technical Tummy and my Herbal Vision. Well, let's go ahead and look at the Herbal Vision. The Herbal Vision has Transcendental up here in yellow words. It's got a plus on it. That means that's a modification to it. Now, you can get that by scooping things or whatever. And what it does is it gives you 2.5% more cargo, this particular mod. My Space Troll Technical Tummy has miniaturized and amplified, and this little funny thing right here called Neurobound, which miniaturized, what it does is it reduces the item size, so it's actually bigger than 72 normally, but I got lucky on that one, smaller. And then amplified gives it 20% more maximum, I guess, bank. It just says 20% max. I guess the amplified can fall under a lot of different things. Typically, it refers to the capacity of shields and shields and energies. I don't know if amplified applies to weapons or not. I don't know if they can get that. I know radars can get it, and it increases their range, and that's very cool. But so let's talk about this neurobound one right here. What the hell does that mean, you guys? Do you know what that means? I know what that means. I'll tell you what that means. It's very simple. This item cannot be thrown overboard of your ship. So that means basically if I was to die, or not even die, if I was to dock, get a new energy, and try and toss that overboard, it would tell me no. It'd say, eat shit, you can't do it. Not allowed to. So that's the funny thing about that, is the neurobound items actually keep the items on your ship. Now that there's a way to get around this, a very small way. What that actually means is it's neurobound to your account. So that means all 5 of your characters, not just this one character. Now, how do you transfer it if you can't throw it overboard? Because you can't put them on space stations either. It's like if you build a base, you can't throw this up there on the space base. It won't let you. So how do you do that? Well, let's go over here. Let's go to this little dock at any AI base ever. And then you have this function right here called storage. It only pops up when you're in AI bases. And then what you'll do is you'll click transfer. And then what you can do is you can see your credits. Right now I've got 9.8 billion credits. And then you've got this space right here. Well, what is this space? Well, you start out with like I think 100, and then you got to pay to upgrade it a little bit. I didn't actually go that far into paying to upgrade it. But then what you can do is you can take your item and you can throw it in there. And then you could transfer it, and then you can go in and log on a different character. As long as that character has money on them, they can open up the storage, and they will get it. So I'm going to pull that out because my ship needs energy. It's actually out of fuel, so I'll have to buy some fuel. Yeah. Okay. So now let's talk about the next thing I wanted to talk to you guys about. So how did I get this neurobound modification on? Well, there's a couple ways you can do that. Certain mission items are neurobound to your account. Some augmenters, things like that, can be neurobound, which basically just means that they're locked to your neural pattern. Like it's most of the crystalline missions, like in Prism, to get the crystalline pulsation, the crystalline, the crystalline pulsini, the myriad crystalline reserve, which are just basically different styles of energies that go for, you build them out of a crystalline reserve and some other random stuff. So what this is, how do we make it neurobound? Okay, well, let's talk really quick. I have these items on my ship called Bindomite. Bindomite! This is amazing. Okay, so here, let's show you this. Let's test it on my Paxton Sovereign Explorer right here. So I'm going to equip it. I'm going to right click on it, and I'm going to go Neurobind Item. It says Neurobinding Paxton Sovereign Explorer will add modifications and will cost 1 Bindomite. Neurobind items cannot be traded. Would you like to proceed? Now, I want to let you guys know you can get up to 8 modifications, if I'm not mistaken. I believe it was 8 modifications. I think it's only on Tech 20 items. I've never seen low end get a lot of them. So let's go ahead and hit that. Alright. It says added 1 random mod to Neurobind Paxton Sovereign Explorer. So I got 1 random mod. I got extended on it, which basically just means it's like a weaker version of Amplified. So I got 10% more shields. Neat. And now I can't trade it. But you know what? That's the nature of the beast. Let's try that again. Let's you gotta right click on it. Neurobind. Boom. I got composite and amorphous. What does that mean? I got more nimbleness. Nice. And it weighs less. It's not bad. Not bad. The thing is you have to unequip items as you do it. So let's do this. What do we get? We got miniaturized and evil. I'm gonna have to get rid of that because now I'm gonna be getting all of the attention in the world. Can I actually neurobind these? I can. Make it way less. Well, that was a useless mod. I have one more bind on mine. So what are we gonna bind on now? Let's try this. What do we get? We got intelligent and evil. Yeah, all kinds of evil mods. So I can put these on like a berserker and be fine now. They'll hold all the hostility. Okay, so that's neat. You guys. Oh, that's the cool thing. There's intelligent and then there's super intelligent. Those two make you basically get more experience whenever you kill stuff, which is very useful. So that's pretty much it for gear. Don't forget to check out the wiki. If you see some weird inconsistencies, please update the wiki because it's always cool to update the wiki. I think this is wrong. EPS? I don't know what that is actually, so never mind. I'm not gonna mess with it. Anyway, so yeah, I mean this is the Wikipedia. You can check out everything. You got ships, augmenters, weapons, shields, energy drones, remote control. I mean those are just the most viewed pages. You can go to the main page here. Find all of the different types of gear that there is, as far as like all the different levels, like not levels, but genres of gear. And excuse me, I'm sorry, I'm kind of tired. Then you got browse by category. You got augmenters to AI ship levels, terraforming, special devices. Every ship has a special device you guys know about. This one right here, this is called the Apprentice's Award. It has a special item called Sin of the Times, which just basically fires out a bunch of Titan pulse cannons, or pulse guns, whatever you want to call them. And yeah, that's that. So, if you guys have any questions, please leave comments. I want you to rate, comment, and subscribe. Thumbs up if you liked it, thumbs down if you didn't like it. Let me know what I can do to make my videos better. Let me know what I can do next. The next video I make, I'm probably going to be doing a video on bases. I want to teach you guys how to do space stations for this upcoming Universal Reset. In fact, I just want you guys to know how to do space stations in general, because they're not that hard, and they're a great way to make a lot of money if you do it just right, and if you put the time and effort into it. Like, there's people who can go do DGs and make a lot of money, and then there's people who can build space stations and make a lot of money. And then there's people who build a shop and go DG and then sell all their crap on their shop, so players can come to it even when they're not online. But that's it for my video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and yeah, I want you guys to keep watching. I love you guys. Thank you for all of your likes and subscribes, and I will see you around.